I thought I was living the perfect life. He was kind, charming, and I loved him more than anything, until I found out his secret. My world fell apart, and I didn't know if I would survive. When I first met Ryan, I was 19 years old. He was everything I thought I wanted, tall, funny, and so caring. He made me laugh in ways no one else could. Every time he said, "You're so beautiful," I felt special. Like I was enough. I was studying to become a teacher. I loved children and wanted to give them a better future. But Ryan had other plans. One day he said, "Why do you need a degree? I can take care of you." I was young, in love, and I believed him. I gave up my studies. I said goodbye to my dreams because I thought love was enough. We got married, and in the beginning life was beautiful. We spent hours talking about our future. I imagined us building a family together, a happy home where I could finally belong. But soon things started to change. Ryan began coming home late. He would say, "I was with friends." "Stop asking so many questions." I stayed quiet. "Be a good wife," I told myself. One day I found his phone. My hand shook as I opened it. There were messages. Hundreds of them. He was texting another woman. "I can't wait to see you tonight." My heart stopped. When I confronted him, he didn't even deny it. He looked at me coldly and said, "She loves me more than you ever could." Cried. I felt like someone had ripped my heart apart. How could he do this? Wasn't I enough? But that wasn't the worst part. Ryan started controlling everything I did. "You can't wear those clothes. Why do you need friends? Stay home with our daughter." I listened because I was scared. I was scared of losing him, scared of being alone. Then one night Ryan hit me. I'll never forget the look in his eyes. I cried all night, holding my daughter in my arms. I went to my parents and said, "Please help me." But they said, "You're married. Go back to your husband." I felt trapped, alone, hopeless. But then something happened. My neighbor Sarah knocked on my door. She smiled and said, "Emma, you're not alone. Come have tea with me." Her words saved me. I didn't feel so alone anymore. Sarah said, "Why don't you start working? Something small from home." I started baking cakes. At first I was terrified. What if I fail? But I worked hard. I baked, I sold, and people loved my cakes. For the first time in years I felt proud of myself. When Ryan found out, he shouted at me, "You don't need to work." But this time I looked at him and said, "I need to do this for me and for our kids. And I won't stop." That day something inside me changed. I started setting rules. "If you hurt me again, I will leave." Ryan didn't believe me, but I stayed strong. Cut my hair short. I wore the clothes I loved. My daughter Lily said, "Mom, you look so happy." And for the first time I was. Ryan hasn't changed completely, but I have. I'm not the scared girl I used to be. I'm stronger now, and every day I look at my children I remind myself, they are my reason to keep going. If you're listening to my story, I want you to know something. You are strong. You are not alone. You can survive anything life throws at you. Don't let anyone take away your dreams. You deserve to be happy. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps me share more stories that inspire hope and strength.